And up here. So I think him and his mate were looking at me. Look at, they just drive right on the fucking sidewalk. I love it. I mean, it's wild. It's wild. This is like, I heard some pundit, again, that's the government building. I've heard some pundit say, well, you know, comparing against East-West, like trying to just develop so they don't have a sense of decorum or what have you. I don't know where I saw this, but, you know, bullshit. It's the oldest civilization. It's just, you know, I actually think there's more freedoms. I mean, look at this guy. That guy would get fucking, you know, whatever, a $500 ticket stateside, right? I mean, you know, he honks. He didn't hit me. I mean, you know, this is probably one of the more peaceful nations in the world, right? I mean, you really have to fucking take the piss out of somebody, like, for them to throw the first punch. Where in Chicago, fuck. You know, you bump into somebody at the library, you're going to get punched. Anyway, it is, I think it's the 17th, 18th of June, as I'm nervous heading back to Chicago. And this is recording, yeah. Yeah, it's like almost like a personal blog here, too. Flooding YouTube. It's my good mate, James Bobbiewick, if that is your real name, Prescott, whatever, all you shady bastards. But I know he's a doc. Back quack, my buddy. Hopefully he's doing all right. I chatted with him yesterday. Messaged with him. But JB, yeah, you just don't. It's hard to explain to people, China. You've got to have lived here, right? So they're racist. They're, you know, from our standards, right? Like, right? Or who's right or who's wrong? I don't know. This is like the yin yang, right? Compared to our West, especially the States on the other side of the planet, right? It's like a new, look at these peasants, yeah. But it's like a new, I mean, you would get busted in Chicago for riding that slow and what have you. And then also from my dying uncle, who led me, you know, on this Buddhist path, wherein, you know, I'm going to upload that video here soon, I think. I've been very blessed to, beautiful, look at that pond. I've been very blessed to have him with his phone now. And he's, you know, in his dying days. I don't think he'll watch this. I try to motivate him, but he's, yeah, I don't know. You know, it's hard to say, but 3 years in hospice, Jesus, you know, look at that, that's great. And then the old timers here. Is that about the psychology? Like here, you're just fucking nuts. If you're nuts, you're nuts. If you're fat, you're fat. You know, in the West, if you're fat, you've got to wait. You know, it's an eating issue. You know, blah 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 blah. Right? Or if you know, you can't just be nuts and crazy. There's something wrong with you. You get in the system. If you don't have money, federal funds or government funds will help you. Or if you have money, we'll take it all, and then see how crazy you get, right? So I mean, they figured it out. The Chinese have figured it out, right? Good and bad. I mean, obviously, you know, I don't. Every time I walk out, being one out of 500,000 people, you know, maybe I don't know. They should open borders maybe a little bit, but. You know, look at that little bird there. But that's just me, you know, more open borders. But especially now with a shrinking economy, there's no way that will happen. A more open border, freer system. As I work towards my visa again. Yet another one, right? You can't, it's funny, you can't get a family visa and work. Which I've always found bizarre, right? So you can have a family member here, but yeah, anyway. All right, that's a nice path here, but I'm going to walk this way again. All right, I might do another video if I get a drive-by Haro.